All right, now that we have finished up the basics of PowerPoint, we're going to look at a little bit above and beyond. How do you move from a 70 where you have met the requirements to an 80, 90, or a 100 on your project? So here is my project, and I put my example of a chapel, which is a commercial building, so to speak. An example of my favorite house ever, which is much larger than it looks. And then example 3 is a somewhat more ornate version of this. So I'm going to go over here to my comparison, and what I want to do is I want to insert some callouts and shapes, and I want to show what is similar and then what is different. So there are a variety of ways that I can do that. So first I can take a little circle here and I can draw it. And you're going to notice some things about this circle. First of all, that it is opaque, which I don't really want. So I'm going to pull it over here and I'm going to format it. And I'm going to do no fill. And I don't want white fill. I want no fill right there. And on my line, I do want a line, and I'm going to make that line red because I want it to show up, and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. So that's 1 point. I'm going to actually go with 3 points. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get some arrows here. So this is both a similarity and a difference. Now if I hold down the control key, notice that my cursor turns to a plus, and I can drag that copy of it up there, and now I have both of them circled, and I can drag another copy of it. Oops, Control Z, didn't want that. It has both things selected, so it was copying both of them, the picture and that. So I'm going to click off, click on just that, drag Control, it got both of them again, Control Z. Let's try this one. There we go. Now I'm going to right click and add text. I say that I am. Oh, that's a circle, not an object. It should be able to add text anyway. Oh, I don't have it selected. There we go, edit text. And we're going to put decorative peak. And you can't even see it, and that's because the text is white, because originally it was Control A. Now I've got to change the text color to, so here I'm going to go with red on it, decorative peak. Okay, let's do this. Decorative peak. So they both have decorative peaks. Now, I could leave it like that, and then I could just make another slide. And then this has a very much higher degree of ornamentation. So down here I'm going to put steeply pitched roofs. Decorative peaks. And the difference between the level of ornamentation. So this house is very simple. Now let's look at insert again, and I want an arrow, so it's a shape. I'm going to choose an arrow. I'm just going to draw it, and then I'm going to format it. I'm going to make it red also, and I'm going to make it 3 points. Now, when I come down here and grab this, it's going to allow me to move it, which is pretty awesome. Now I'm going to hold down the control key, and I'm going to drag a copy, and then I'm going to put that there. I can actually join it. There we go. Decorative peak, decorative peak. Nice, right? Makes it real clear. Now the other thing that you can do with this slide is that you can do animations. And if we go into animations, and we want to open the animation pane right here, and I'm going to click on something that I want to animate, and I actually want it to be an entrance. I'm going to pull this fly out. So entrance, I want it to appear. So that one, and then click this one. That's going to appear first. But actually I'd like for this one and this one to be together, so I hold down the control key and I click them together and do appear. And then I'm going to click this one and do appear. And you'll notice over here that it's showing me what direction they're going to be in. And I can move those around. So let's play that. Play selected. Let's click. Play selected. Okay, tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do play, and then click, click, click. All right, nice. But this is something that you would not do until you'd finished all the content. Now I'm going to hit the escape button and go back. So that's what an animation is. And transitions are the transition between slides. So those are on the transition tab. I suggest that you don't go crazy with this because you don't want your transitions to take away from the content. And it's really easy to get carried away with animations and transitions. And so the page curl's kind of cool. There we go. And if I do apply to all, it's going to make all of mine. Now I'm going to hit Control Home to take me to slide 1. And I'm going to hit this to play it. There we go. It turns the page. And it's showing me the next one because this is actually showing me the presenter's view. Now, those animations can be used to great effect because they really point your viewer's attention. You would want to go into the comparison, and so you've shown that they both have decorative peaks, and then if I click this and I do control and drag it down here, because I connected that, it should have brought both, but it didn't. Now I'm going to put level of ornamentation. Now an ornament, a Christmas ornament, a Christmas tree ornament is something that you hang on it to make it look prettier. So ornamentation are things that are added. And we want to talk about the level of ornamentation, that you can actually have a very simple example or a very complex. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do control again, and I'm going to put simple. And I'm going to put ornate here. Simple. Let's see if I could get it to do that. There we go. I like that. Now, this should come in as number 4, number 5, and number 6. So let's go ahead and hit play and see what we have here. Decorative peak. Level of ornamentation, simple. Ornate. I think that that's effective. I'm going to hit escape to get out of that view. And we have done our transitions and our animations. Now we might want to go back to design and come up with some design scheme. Sorry, I had to sneeze and I did manage to quench it. Okay. When you start looking at these, that really does not look good. That's okay, but I kind of think that all of these are they almost take away from it rather than add to it. So you really wouldn't want something that's maybe good. Let's look at it. Oh, not I don't like that. This looks very modern, and this Gothic revival style is not a modern style, so that really does not work well with it. So let's go back and find something that has very little ornamentation. Now that messed up our titles, so you'd have to go back because this is a whole package of where your title is located and the color and the objects. Let's try this one. Oh, that's okay. And now I can change the variants over here. I can choose a different color palette. And I think for this that I would choose something with a lot of yellows in it and possibly, oh, I don't like that. Not crazy about that. So it's giving you an instant preview of what it's going to look like. That's not bad. I really wouldn't want to see violets and things in there though. Kind of think less color is better. So whatever color this uses, it's going to be, let's look at some of the other slides. Title slide. I like that. Now I might go in and change the font on it as well and make it something that looked a little bit more like Gothic-y. Oh, that's actually Century Gothic. That's very interesting, isn't it? Ah, Adobe Gothic. Let's see if there's something that's named Gothic. Gaudi. Nope. Oh, wait. Gothic. Oh my gosh. Gothic Revival. It's a thing. Wow. Oh, I like that so much. Gothic Revival. Again, you don't do these things until your entire content is in there. This is what you do after, hopefully, yesterday and the day before you finished all your content, and you can now go in and you can decorate. All right, that's all I'm going to show you today, and I encourage you, once you've got all of your content fleshed out, because we have an outline here, but it has not been fleshed out. Now, I will tell you that there is a way to change the font on all your slides. And it is, let's go to design. And that way is in view, and you go to the slide master view. So on the slide master view, I click here to edit the style. So I want this to be, I'm going to click here and go to home, and I'm going to choose that Gothic font. That turned out to be so perfect. There we go. Now this one, I also want it to be Gothic. I'm clicking on the placeholder itself. Century Gothic. No, I don't want Century Gothic. I want, oh, wait, recently used Gothic. All right, there we go. Now, my title master, click that again and go right here to Gothic, and here, Gothic. So, let's see, on this one, you'll notice I have all of these options out here. Now I can insert a picture from a file, and if I put a picture down here on the lower right hand corner, it would show on all of the slides, but that's how you do it. So do well, put your notes, be sure that I'm going to close this. First of all, I'm going to go back to normal view. I do want to see notes. So down here, let's see, actually, it looks like I don't have notes. It's not showing my notes view. There we go. Point out steeply pitched roof, decorative peaks, and the difference between levels of ornamentation. You can obviously put a lot of notes in here. Then you can print out this notes page and you can use it while you're speaking. All right, that's all for today. Bye.